Okay, we are back in Adelaide after 3 weeks up in North Queensland for the World Championships, and we did a whole heap of vids on that, and a lot of you really enjoyed those, so thank you, and we had a blast up there. But we're home now, we're home in wintry Adelaide, getting ready for what's next. So for me, I feel one of my favourite sports now is multi-sport. So multi-sport is 3 disciplines, which is mountain biking, trail running, and surf ski paddling, or canoe paddling, like the Zach Mac race I did. So there's one coming up here in Adelaide called the Barossa Roar, and it's in the Barossa Valley, wine country here in Adelaide. Unfortunately, it got cancelled last year because they do use one of South Australia's drinking dams, and there was a problem with the dam, but it's going ahead this year, so very exciting, and it's in 7 weeks, 7 weeks today. So today's Sunday, and I now have 7 weeks to prepare. So what am I gonna do? Well, the truth about the World Championships for me is I probably went into it at about 6 out of 10 in fitness. So Zach Mac, where I had a great race, let's say that was a 10 out of 10 with my fitness. I'm gonna say the World Champs were about a 6 out of 10. I only really had about 3 solid weeks of training after fatigue and my broken rib and all the rest of it. Whinged on about that in a number of videos. The triathlon, the off-road tri and the off-road duathlon were pretty hard, but I felt like I was starting to come into my own for the aquathon. So the aquathon, the first 2.5K, I was down to 3:46 pace for the run, which is getting back to where I like to be. So I was just coming into it towards the end of the World Champs. But I need to build on that fitness. So it's about 4 weeks now that I've been training. Today I went for a 2-hour gravel ride here around Adelaide, some bike paths, a little bit of trails around the Adelaide parklands. Yesterday did an hour 20 run. What am I gonna do in preparation for this event? I'm thinking I can do about 9 hours a week training. So that is about an hour and a half training, 6 days a week. I think I can do 9 hours fairly comfortably. Now, if I can keep building on this base fitness that I now have and work up to Barossa Roar in 7 weeks, I think I can have a real crack at it. This particular race starts off with a surf ski paddle or a paddle of any sort. It's 7 kilometers in a dam, and I think you do 3 loops. So it's not a big dam. You can use a kayak, you can use a canoe, you can use a surf ski, which is what I use. I believe you can pretty well use anything you want. After the surf ski, you move onto the bike, and it's a 20K mountain bike. Now, I haven't seen it, but from what I can tell, it's kind of fire trail. So I don't think it's overly technical by any means. I think anyone could have a go. I know someone who's just gonna put some knobblies on their hybrid, so that gives you an idea of what the bike course will be. So 20K on the mountain bike, and then finishes with an 8K trail run. Now, there's short options also. So if you wanna have a crack, you can do the shorter ones. And there's 2 shorter ones, so check that out on their website, Barossa Roar. Now, I'm not paid to do this, it's just an event that I want to do here in Adelaide, being local, and I'm really excited by it. So I'll take you along for the ride, see how I prepare for this race, and I'm excited for it because it should start getting warm here soon, although today it definitely wasn't. Barossa Roar, 7 weeks, so come along for the ride with me. Thanks guys, bye.